So as you can see here, the next thing that we're going to knit is the wings, and we need to do a left wing and a right wing. Well, you could easily just you know, put them together like this and they turn into a wing, but it's just easier when you do the decreases like that. So I'm going to show you how to knit both. Just set them aside and remember which is which. And I'm using this pale yellow color to do it. All right, so we start with a slip knot, and I'm gonna cast on 9. So I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so it's gonna be 17 rows, I think, to make it, but we're gonna start with a purl front back. So we're gonna purl in the first stitch, move the yarn in the back, and knit. Then we're gonna purl to the end of the row. Turn our work, and we're going to knit to the last stitch, and we're going to increase another one. And now we're going to do knit front and back. Now we have 12 stitches. Turn our work, increase another one, so purl in the stitch and knit in the stitch. Purl to the end of the row. Now we're gonna knit to the last stitch. That will make 13 stitches. Knit from back. Now we have 13 stitches. The next row is just a simple purl row. Okay, now we're gonna slip 1 as if to purl, knit 1, and pass the slip stitch over. So we decreased 1, then we're going to knit to the last stitch, and we're going to increase 1. So knit through the front, knit through the back, and we still have 13 stitches. The next row is just a purl row. Just so you know, if you miss an increase or a decrease, it's not that big of a deal. The main thing for our wings is to kind of move them from the cast on. This is a cast on the beginning, so we kind of move the work like this to make it into a wing, I guess, type. Okay. Now we're going to knit to the last stitch, and we're going to increase 1 again. So by now I think we should have 14 stitches. So knit through the front, knit through the back, turn our work, purl to the last 2 stitches. So purl to the last 2 stitches, purl them together, so we decreased. Now we should have 11 stitches. Oh, we have 13 stitches. Oh yes, sorry. Now we're going to cast off 2. So we're going to knit 1, knit the next one, and cast off that stitch. So 1 stitch cast off, 2 stitches cast off. Now we're going to knit to the last, which is knit front, knit back. Okay, turn our work, purl to the last 2, and purl those 2 together. So we did another decrease. As you can see, our work is kind of moving that way. Now we're going to knit to the last stitch. So knit front, knit back. Now we should have 12 stitches. 3, 6, 3, 6, yeah, 12 stitches. The next row we're going to purl to the last 2 stitches, and we're going to purl 2 together, which will leave us with 11 stitches. So purl to the last 2, purl 2 together, turn our work. Now we need to cast off 2 stitches again. So we're going to knit 1, knit 2, pass the stitch over, that's 1 stitch, knit another one, pass the next one over, that's 2 stitch off. We're going to knit to the last, and we're going to do another KFB, knit front, knit back, turn our work, purl to the last 2 stitches, purl to the last 2 stitches, purl both of them together, turn our work. Now we need to cast off 3 stitches. So cast off 1, cast off 2, cast off 3 stitches, knit to the last stitch, knit front, knit back, turn our work, purl to the last 2, purl to the last 2, purl the 2 of them together, turn our work, and now we have 6 stitches left, and we're ready to cast off. So just do the usual cast off that we've been doing on our decreases. So you knit 1 and you pass the stitch over, pass the stitch over, and the last one I always like to bring the yarn through 1 more time, and then you break the yarn, and there's the wing. You could have it, oh, it's the right wing, sorry, that's the right wing. And now we're ready to do the left wing. For the left wing, we still have to cast off 9. The only thing is kind of like we're gonna switch the decreases the other way. So I'm gonna cast on 9. Okay, so turn our work, and this time we're going to purl to the last stitch, and then we're going to purl 1, move the yarn forward, and knit 1. So we increase at the end of the row. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to knit from back, and then we're going to knit to the end. Okay, now we're going to purl to the end, and we're going to do a purl front and knit back, turn our work, knit front back, knit front and back, knit to the end of the row, purl through all the stitches, now we're going to do a knit from back at the beginning here, knit front and back, and we're going to knit to the end of the row, okay, so we're going to knit two together at the end, turn our work, purl the row, just purls, turn our work again, knit from back, knit front, knit back, and then knit to the end. Turn our work. Now we're going to cast off 2 stitches, so we're going to purl 1, purl 2, and pass the stitch over, that's 1, pull another one, pass the stitch over, that's 2 stitches cast off, and then we're going to purl to the end, turn our work, knit from back to the last 2 stitches, knit front, I'm going to knit those 2 together, turn our work again, purl 2 together, purl to the end of the row, knit from back, knit front, knit back, cast off 2 stitches again, so purl 1, purl another one, pass the stitch over, pull another one, so that's 2 cast off, and then we're going to purl to the end, turn our work, I'm going to knit from back, knit front and back, knit to the last 2 stitches, knit those 2 stitches together, turn our work, now we're going to cast off 3 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, then we're going to purl to the end, now we're going to knit from back again, we're almost done here, knit from back, knit to the last 2 stitches, knit those 2 stitches together, okay, now we're going to purl 2 together, purl to the end of the row, we have 6 stitches on our needle, turn our work, and we cast off. And that is it. Those are the wings done. Put it in on top of the other left wing so you don't get them mixed up. Even if you get them mixed up, I mean, you can always tell which one is which. So it would go on like this. So we have our right wings, and our left wings. And now the only other things that we need to do is the hands and the crown.